What's good, YouTube? I'm Rudy Monroe and this is the Monroe Show. So today seems like make sure the camera's lighting me. Today seems like it's a pretty spontaneous type of video. It kind of is and it kind of isn't. Sorry, just have to have some juice right now. I'm just so thirsty. Lovely. So today seems like a spontaneous video. It's just me like talking to you guys and talking about my shaved head and just a few things that have been on my mind, a few things that I have moved on from, and like not really where I'm at now, but just me as a whole. Like, yeah, that's basically, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm just gonna get straight on into the video. So as you can see, I have a new hairdo. Yeah, I have a shaved head and I'm happy. I like it, I love it. I had been thinking about cutting my hair for a few months now. I had said it to 2 people that know me. So if you're watching, you know who you are, because I've said it to you. The first person I said it to, when I said it to them, it was just like on my mind a little bit. I wasn't thinking like too hard about it. And then the second time I said it to that same person, I was like in a bit of disarray. Things wasn't going right for me. I didn't feel like I was beautiful. I just didn't feel attractive. Like my hair wasn't giving me ooh la la. And I don't know how some people are going to take this, but I'm all about my image. Not saying that, you know, the exterior is all that matters, but, or however, that is very important to me. I am a model. I am a public figure, so how I present myself is very important, and that's how people are going to perceive me as well. Doesn't mean necessarily that, you know, they're just going to judge me on how I look, but that does play a part into, you know, how they do perceive me on how I do look. So and I was just all over the place. I was crying. I was just like, you know, I don't feel beautiful. And kudos to that person, because they just stood me in front of the mirror and just said, look at yourself, all bare. I had no earrings in. I don't really wear makeup anyway, so I had no earrings in. I had like a vest top on, like a real thin vest top, and I was like slouched, like my posture wasn't good. And they just said, look at yourself, and they just say like, you know, look how beautiful you are, and just, you know, that kind of like, you look into the mirror and you talk back at yourself and you say all these positive stuff to like come back at you. And that's to kind of like remind yourself who you are and how beautiful you are from the inside out, and not necessarily from the outside in. And also that reflected on the outside, because then after that, I started to wear different colors. I'm a very colorful person. My style just does change. You know, every so often it can be a little bit dramatic how quick my style can change, but that's who I am. That's how I've always been. And then after that, I started to wrap my hair again. Anybody that knows me for a long time, or even if you don't know me for a long time, if you've been in my presence for a little while, you know that wrapping my hair, I mean like wrapping my hair in a scarf is kind of like, that is my crown. And I have a style of, or a certain type of way that I would wrap my hair, and usually I would wrap my hair in either a black scarf, but this time I did it in orange, like a burnt orange, little bit of brown, and I was wearing a lot of yellow. So I'll insert a picture maybe over here somewhere over here, wherever I can insert it, I'll just insert it, to how I was looking. And once I wrapped my hair again, I just felt like, yes, I've got my crown back. But the thought of me cutting my hair didn't come into play again. And then my friend had put a post on Facebook, and you know, she wrote about wanting to cut her hair, and you know, everything left bare and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my god, this must be a sign, because you know, the thought of cutting my hair is on my mind, and I hadn't said it to that person yet, excuse me, and that was the second person, excuse me, that I had said it to. So I told them about it, and I was like, you know what, if it feels good and that's what you want to do it. So yeah, I was kind of just going on. I never had anything set in stone. I then got casted by L'Oreal, so shout out to L'Oreal. Thank you for casting me. So I got casted by L'Oreal, and they had their own, if you hear anything in the background, it's my dog. So I got casted by L'Oreal, and they had this kind of like fuchsia, blue, purple kind of hair color, you know, that they wanted to do on my hair. And obviously my sides were short, like my sides were shorter, and this bit in the middle was longer and came down at a V, so like a mohawk kind of style. So they had that in mind. They said they would get back in touch with me. As most people know, castings is like, either you get it or you don't. You know, on this occasion, I didn't get it, but I was so happy that they thought of me to be a good candidate for L'Oreal, because it's such a big platform. It's such a huge, you know, it's a different opportunity for me. And in terms of how big the franchise is, I think if I had worked with them, that would have been my second biggest franchise that I would have worked with in terms of being in the performing arts and / modeling industry. So yeah, so I went on as I did, not thinking anything of it, and then I got contacted by Blue Tit. That's what I said. Blue Tit. I'll have it running across the screen at the bottom. And they're a hair salon, and I've worked with them. I worked with them one time or twice on 2 occasions. One was for a photo shoot working with the hairstylist called Lydia, and she had created a wig out of like braids and stuff like that. It was I can swear to you, it's one of my favorite wigs. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. If I could take it, I would. But it's her creation, so you know how it goes. So I did a photo shoot for her presentation for the wig, and then the second photo shoot was with the same wig, but it was for the hair salon based in Brixton. They wanted to have the images up in their actual store, so I was thinking, oh my god, that is, you know, that is great. I'm gonna have my image. They're gonna have my images. I'm going to have my images up in their store. So that was the second time. Then they contacted me, and while they contacted me the third time, this was in the midst of me going to the casting for L'Oreal and waiting to see if I had got through, basically. So she contacted me and she's like, oh, hi Rudy, you know, I got this, you know, we would like to work with you again, and it's got to do with like different colours in your hair, you know, we're gonna do some stuff in your hair and then we're gonna shave it off at the end. She said, I know, hold up, I know it's a lot to take in, so just, you know, think about it and let me know by the end of tomorrow, for example. I think that's what she said. So I was like, okay then, cool. So I was like, so I emailed the other lady from L'Oreal, and I was like, oh, you know, confirmation. And I kind of like said to her that I didn't want to miss out on an opportunity. I didn't want to just say yes to something and before you know it, because sometimes that's how casting goes, you say yes to something and then something else pops up, and literally that's what happened. They were like simultaneously right beside each other, and I was like, oh my god. So I ended up saying yes to Blue Tit, to Lydia, and I ended up cutting my hair, and I ended up working at Colour World for the first time, so that's a new experience for me. I keep saying but that's just me. So so I ended up working at Colour World for the first time, and the cut was live. They never cut my whole hair while I was there, like on set, presentation wise, but they cut a majority of my hair. Like I think it was like maybe in a triangle, so back a piece here, a piece here, and a piece here. And I was like, yes, this is great. This is, you know, this is, I just felt good. I felt good. And then I went back to the salon and they cut the rest of my hair off, and I was like a little kid. Like I couldn't wait for the rest of my hair to just come off. I just couldn't wait for it to just be off. Like it was like I was rejuvenated. It was like I was born again. I took on a whole different being. It's like I evolved and I became a new person or a different person. My style changed. As I said before, that my style is always changing, but probably the style that I had been thinking about, that you know, me wanting to kind of wear and be and kind of express, maybe I couldn't fully express it because something wasn't right. Something with my crown wasn't right. And since I've done it, I've just felt great. I've got so many compliments. I even get more compliments on how I'm dressed, you know. So yeah, so that's about the hair. This might be a lengthy video, so sorry if it's a lengthy video. So that's about the hair part. Oh, sorry, not to forget, and also it made me think about that. It made me look at myself, because all is bare. There is nothing to hide behind. There is nothing to shield me. Everything is like on show. All of my features to bear is on show. Sorry, I need a drink. Excuse me. Everything is left to show. Everything is open. And when I actually looked at myself, when I was looking at myself in the mirror, I realized how beautiful I actually was. I realized how, you know, accentuated or flattering some of my features was, and it made me embrace it even more. It made me say, yo, you can't touch this, you know. I was going to start talking back to it, and I'm trying to keep it normal. So yeah, you can't. It's just a whole different ball game that I realized once I had shaved my head. Once I had cut my hair, I realized it's a whole different ball game. I'm radiating at a whole different other level than I was before, you know. I've also had to reflect on some things. I've also had to question some things, you know. Some things from the past, some things with people that I might have been in connection with. I still might talk to them, but some things, even though I can say I've moved on from it, but I'm never going to forget excuse me, some of those things that those people had said and how their actions were towards me when when I was coming up. You know, I was rising, I was going up the hill, you know. When I was going up the hill, and it made me realize that everybody is not for me. And I realized that because, number one, my personality is completely different from, I know this might be a bit misconstrued, but from the, you know, so-called average, or what is average, but the normal, you know, melanated girl or woman. I radiate on a completely different energy. People perceive me differently very quickly. It's kind of like, you like me or you don't. And growing up, I've had to accept that. I don't understand why people sometimes don't like me, but that's okay too. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Like, I have to settle with that. And that also was like a part of me shaving my hair as well, because even coming up to the point of when I did shave my hair, there was a lot of things that I just wasn't having from a lot of different people. I wasn't tolerating a certain vibe or a certain energy that people were carrying, and I just felt that me entertaining that person and what they're doing is me taking my time out and my energy to give to them, and it wasn't worth it. At the end of the day, I felt drained, where they might have felt empowered. And it's really like, well, what power do you really have? Because all you did was annoy me, and I stooped down to your level to give you what you wanted, and that was me firing back at you. And I didn't do that. I did the complete opposite. I kind of was like in that neutral stage, or I would answer very sarcastically or laugh at them to kind of let them know I'm not really taking you seriously. So I think when, like, for me, cutting my hair, it was also a mental thing. It just wasn't an action where I said, oh, physically I'm just going to cut my hair and everything all around me started to change. It was something that happened from within. This is something that I was feeling from within inside, and it reflected on the outside with a lot of things that I want to be doing, that I am doing, that I'm moving forward to achieving, to places that I want to go, or places that I have been already. And the company that I keep, and I find that that's very important. I know that this might be, as I said before, a little bit of a lengthy video, and you might be thinking, well, how can you can relate to people around you, to your hair? But if you think about the mentality of when you have to cut your hair, you have to be very confident. You might not be, you know, I might not be flamboyant and showing it off and carrying my chest high. I might just be subtle, just like Kaz, just kind of normal. But when you look at me, you know that I have confidence. You know, saying, well, oh my God, did you see how she carried that off? Or whoever it was, it doesn't have to be me. It could be you, the person that's watching this. So, but yeah, the company that I was keeping was very important. Like, there's some people that I love dearly, but I just kept, for the life of me, I cannot keep them around me. One, I'm very aware of my surroundings, and as I said before, like on the journey up, I remember some of the stuff that people would say indirectly to me whilst I was there. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it because I'm that type of person. If I eat, then we all eat. If I can find a way to bring you into my circle and find a use for you because I feel like you have value, then I'm going to do that. But then what I realized, through myself and through other people and through videos I had watched, especially like celebrity type of people, and you know, just them talking about their journeys, that you can't carry everybody. I think I was watching a video by Snoop Dogg. Love Snoop Dogg, loved him since I was like a little girl. Love that G-Funk you know, white noise kind of stuff. But anyway, going on, rambling on to something else. So I was watching one of his videos, and he talked about the same thing about carrying people, and you know, the more and more you become, or he became, into his success, the more and more he realized that he couldn't carry everybody. And certain people that were around him, as he said, that he loved, that he, you know, that he was like this with, he had to let them go. Or they start coming up with, you know, conspiracy theories or ideas of how you are going to be with them or how you are now. And what he realized is that even though he wanted to carry them, the people that he's working with doesn't want those people. Now that might sound harsh to another person, but if you're being open-minded and you're thinking with clarity, and you're not being chauvinistic, you're not taking that chauvinistically, you're not having a chauvinistic thought in your mind, then you would understand and overstand what I'm saying. And that is that he was saying that he is the star and they wanted him. They didn't want somebody else. They didn't want somebody else. You know, all these other people that I want to carry, well, you don't have the same star qualities that I have, that these people want, you know. Not saying that they don't have star qualities, that's not what I'm saying. They have star qualities in their other way, and you never know how that other person is going to blossom. But when you're trying to carry other people, or you think that you can use other people to bring them into your circle, to make them as valuable as you are, sometimes it works to your detriment. And that's what I was finding. I was finding that, you know, I can't function around all of these other people. You know, one minute they love you, next minute they hate you. Next it was like, oh my God, I look at all your pictures and I thought that you hated me. And it's like, oh my God, you actually watch me. You actually watch me. And that was actually quite surprising. And I didn't feel like, I felt quite flattered. I was feeling like, like you do support me. Like, thank you for supporting me. But I would rather you love me and support me at the same time than we have this love-hate relationship. And then you sneak behind and support me, and I don't really know that you're supporting me, which is okay too, because there's a lot of people that I don't know that is watching me, that is supporting for me, that is rooting for me, and half of those people, I don't know them at all. They're strangers to me, and that's cool as well, because they might have a vision in 2 years time, or a year's time, 6 months, 2 months, a week, a day, you never know. I'm going to work with that person and I'm going to get her because I have this vision for her that's going to work out great. So yeah, that's kind of like, excuse me, my whole, it's not a synopsis, but it's my whole kind of, you know, little thing about cutting my hair and kind of like where my mind's been. And I'm in this great place, and I keep seeing, you know, other people doing these kind of like talks about, you know, loving yourself from the inside out and embracing every flaw that you have. You know, sometimes I say, oh, I want clearer skin. And people look at me like, really, really, really? I was like, yeah, I know, but there is a few places where I'm not happy with, you know. I have little blemishes. It's like, yeah, but it's so small. It's just like, yeah, but everybody has something that they find that is not perfection, or is, you know, it's not how they would want it to be. I can't find the right word to use. I feel like I'm talking so fast. That's why my words can't come out correctly. But yeah, so yeah, I'm just about embracing all of this. And yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Oh, and at the end of the video, which is going to be very soon, I'm going to leave a link that will pop up on the screen. I think it's about 18 ways or 18 tips to, you know, for wealth and prosperity. And I kind of sent that out this morning as well. I sent that out this morning really early in the morning, about 6 8:30, I think it was, this morning. I posted it on Facebook as well. So I'll leave that there for anybody that wants to read it. And I just sent it out to the people that I thought needed it, to the people that I thought, you know, gravitated to my mind, even to the people that I thought, you don't really talk to me for whatever your reason is, but I'm going to send it to you anyway. And I felt like if I didn't send it to them, I would be doing myself a discernment, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be doing myself any favors, because really and truly my spirit felt like I should send it to them. So I'm going to leave that at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and share as well. Share all of you, you know, to all of your platforms. Also follow me on Instagram at Business Lady in the Making. I also have another Instagram where I post my YouTube videos, which is The Monroe Show. So yeah, so The Monroe Show. Yeah, and I also have another Instagram. I was kind of thinking whether I should give it or not, but I feel like I should just give it anyway. So, and I have another Instagram which is about you know, fashion and design. Well, it's more about bespoke tailoring, because I am a bespoke tailor, and that is Monroe's Design. The name might be changing, just because I feel like I'm invoking something else. So yeah, and you can follow me on Facebook at Rudy Monroe, my Facebook page, Rudy Monroe Model, and you can follow my personal Facebook page if you want to, at Rudy Monroe, and then you can follow me on Twitter at Monroe1to1. I know it's a lot of Monroes, but I feel like if you're gonna franchise yourself and you're gonna make yourself into, you know, you're gonna make your own brand using yourself, then you need to market yourself really good. So yeah, just comment down below any of your like own experiences of how you came into loving yourself from the inside out. You know, did you change something? Did something happen to you? Did you have an epiphany? And are you spiritual or religious? And don't bash anybody if they are religious or their beliefs are different from yours. You know, we should respect everybody's beliefs on this platform. I'm very open to hearing about other people's stuff. You know, I've researched and gone into many different things myself. So yeah, I'm open to hearing some of you guys' thoughts and experiences. So please comment down below, and make sure you follow me on all of my other social medias. And once again, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.